Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nathan, aka Fierce Rhino 2, and today we are doing something a lot different than normal. Today I'm going to be answering the questions of where do I find my mods, how do I download mods, how do I put them into my mods folders, and then how do I put them in my G-Portal servers. Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into all that, I do want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, G-Portal. If you're looking for one of the best server hosting companies around, G-Portal is them. More into that later on in the video. But let's go ahead and get started with the first question today. Where do I find mods? But before I say anything about where I find the mods, let me give you a little bit of information you need to know. Any mod you download from anywhere, I am not responsible for. You are taking your own risk by downloading these mods. I have my own way I safety check mods before I download them, but this is truly and honestly up to you. When you download a mod, you're accepting full risk of downloading that mod. It could be virus in it, and there's the true statements. There is a lot of viruses out there that can really hurt you in your computer and steal your information. Please stay safe with some kind of browser, some kind of like browser extension that keeps you safe. It really does help you out a lot, and even if it's just there for peace of mind, it really does help out a lot. I have my own, but of course it inspires today's video, so I would recommend you getting some kind of place like Guardio or Surfshark, something like that of nature, just to kind of protect you on the back end when you're downloading mods. These mods right here, of course, as I said again, you are taking your own risk. I'm not responsible. You can't blame me. The people who are responsible are those people who put out that mod. At the end of the day, I'm just showing you where I get my mods that are not off of the actual in-game mod hub. Now, I do, of course, get a lot of my mods from there, especially the 100 days videos, as I like to call them. Those do come from there. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first mod site I do go to a lot, and this is called Mod Network. Mod Network has been around for a really, really long time. It was made with really good intentions, and it's just, honestly, in my opinion, one of the best mod websites. Of course, my favorite way to find the mods is just to go to popular, and then you can just kind of see their list of very popular mods there. And these are usually what everybody's downloading. These are like the coolest, newest mods of the time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next mod site, because we're just going to kind of fast roll these sites, everything like that. You, of course, will have, I'm saying these out loud, so you can go to them at your own risk. King's Mods. King's Mods, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, other than itch.io, but we're about to get into them in a minute. King's Mods is plain today where I found a lot of my mods before they go on Mod Network. They're just great. They show a lot of the new and advanced mods. They will take you directly to itch.io's. Okay, so if you take this mod right here, all you do is gotta click it, scroll down to where you see the download. Now, of course, there'll be this big download right here. You'll see a share next to it for this site. You'll just hit that, plain as day. And like this one right here, it took me directly to the guys itch.io. Itch.io's are the best place to find mods. I trust itch.io's a lot, and I highly recommend, if you can, stay to only itch.io's. Guys like this guy right here do amazing jobs with itch.io accounts, and overall, I really just do love the work that these guys put in. And again, you don't have to pay for these mods, ladies and gentlemen. Like, that's a big thing. People are like, itch.io, no, you gotta pay for those mods. No, you don't. So I got one right here. So if you just simply scroll down to where it says download here, and it says this. If you just click that little button right there, you don't have to pay for it. You can just download it as it is. Now, there are other means out there, like your Patreon. You have a lot of different stuff like that out there. Don't recommend them. You have to pay for them. Now, of course, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people use the Patreons. Just stay safe in what you want to use. At the end of the day, Patreons are very, very risky to get into because you may not be getting what they're valuing at. So just kind of keep that in your mind and keep it at peace where you know that information. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at wanting to be a part of a really cool community for when it comes to mods, all kind of stuff, the Expendables modding group on Facebook, it is the best to be a part of, in my opinion. Yes, there's a lot of really good ones out there, but they just show off a lot of really high quality mods. And overall, these guys are just flipping amazing. I really love the work that a lot of these guys do. Like, I love and truly really love these trucks that they've came out with. And every now and then you can snipe some really nice mods that won't even go on to any other Patreons or any other sites. They'll only put them on here. So I'm also going to teach you how do you install a mod and how do you put it inside of your mods folder. So it's as simple as this. We're going to simply hit download, and we are downloading the mod from earlier. Give it a few seconds. So what I normally suggest is you pull up two of these tabs right here of your folder. You just simply hit your little folder icon and you open up two of them. Should be pretty self-explanatory. If you're on a PC, you kind of know what I'm talking about already, but I just do want to kind of show y'all a little step-by-step of how I put them in the mods folders. So first thing you want to do once you get the game is, of course, open the game up and play it for 5 or 10 minutes without any mods. And then after you're done playing it for 5 or 10 minutes, then go to the mod hub on the actual game and download a mod. It will create a mod folder for you. you, and it should be pretty easy. But this is after you've done that step. It's really self-explanatory, but it's kind of just something you do need to still know. So you see here, we have both the mods we downloaded from earlier from that guy. So one thing that you can go ahead and do is to find your mods folder, hit documents. This should be the same for everybody no matter what. Hit documents, my games, and then you will see your list of games that you can actually put stuff into. I will be, of course, going to Farm Sim 22 instead of the other two. Really super simple. You find your little mods folder right here, and there you go. It's as simple as highlight the mods you want to put in there and put them in there. Now, this is where I will say this. If you find a mod that is for FS19, they usually won't work. They'll usually be broken. So please keep that in mind. There's not really a whole lot of mods out there that do work like that, but just do keep this in mind. Now, this is also something that you do need to know if you download a lot of mods. Is simply just drop down here to where it says shader cache. If you see all these, select them, hit that button, and then hit your delete. Once you delete all these right here, they'll go into your recycle bin, and then you'll delete them from your recycle bin. Then you relaunch your game, and your game will be a laggy for a little bit, but after that, it will plain as day go back to working normal, and it should get rid of any issues if you're having some issues here and there. It happens a lot, so this is just some of those like key warnings that people won't really give you a whole lot of. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to my favorite part of the video. How do I set up a server like I do for all the servers we use? Believe it or not, every single video I record, even if it's solo, is done on a G-Portal server. G-Portal has been my helping sponsor for proudly over a year now, and I'm so happy they made me a partner, and especially amongst all the other people out there that are so deserving of the partnership. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not why we're here. We're here to show you the big things and the big reasons we are here doing this today. It is this simple, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do to find a G-Portal server, which is go to games, find your games you want, which you can do Farming Simulator 22, but you can also do ATS, Yosho, aka Yosho Hen on YouTube. Go check his video out of how to do an ATS server. They're really tricky, but you can do an ATS server, an ARC server, sadly not an ARC Ascended server. I think they're still working with it, but there's no guarantees anytime soon. And plus, they have all the Farm Sim servers. You can go back to 19, 17, 15, 13. You can still play all those games, which we do right now. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our servers legitimately are hosted on a G-Portal server. All you need to do to find the perfect G-Portal server for you is simply hit order now. It will take you up here, and then you just got to find what MS is the best for you. Usually for me, Washington DC has the best for me, and then you'll just simply go from there. Now, of course, this is where I recommend this. Hit customize your own, create your own server. This will allow you to create any size server you want. If you only need 5 people, you're allowed to make a 5-person server. If you need a 15 player but not a 16, you can make that. Today we're making a 4. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, you can also choose how many days if you need the server for 3 days, make it a 3-day server. You need it for 365 days, make it 365 days. This is the biggest deal of Farming Simulator. So for the 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, it's $2.60, but this is the best deal there is, and that is the 25 gigs of mod space. The best deal that I could ever ask for, and anybody else could ask for. I love it to death. It helps us out make the videos because the server does come with 1 mod space, but this makes it all the way up to the 25 gigs, and you really need the 25 gigs if you play with the mods like we do. But we're gonna drop down over here, go back to 3, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's that simple. All you gotta do is hit continue, figure out how you want to pay for it. Do you want to pay with PayPal, credit card? I mean, any of these fun ways to pay, you definitely can do it today. I'm actually going to be using the balance that they do give me for being a partner with them, and I do thank them so very much for all the money they've helped me save over the years. All you gotta do is hit order, and just like that, our server is already active. Ladies and gentlemen, when you buy a G-Portal server, the server is active the moment you've done it. Time it gets done loading, you're pretty much ready to go. All you gotta do is hit the little button to turn it on, and your server is on. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, within the span of 5 minutes, I've bought a G-Portal server. It's that easy. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna teach y'all how to put mods into the server, and this is how you do it. It's the simplest thing ever. Like, I'm not lying. I recommend downloading FileZilla. So what you'll end up doing, you'll take these 2 right here, go side by side, and ladies and gentlemen, of course, they did get a new dashboard from the last time I did this. It looks different, but it's not that different. All you gotta do is go to access, hit that right there for the IP, put that in host, put port to port, username to username, password to password. And that's simple. Just copy and paste them both. Control C copies, Control V pastes. All you gotta do is open up profile, mods, and just simply throw your mods in there. which in this case, we're just going to take both of these two mods here and throw them directly into our server. And so once you activate your mods, they will of course appear up here, which is exactly where you want them to appear. Now we're going to go through this right here. Super simple stuff. All you have to know is the server name, title whatever you want. I titled mine hi. Admin password, make that whatever you want. I did mine 222. Of course, game password, make that whatever you want it to be. Saves, you can have multiple, you can have up to 20 different save games on your G Portal server. So that means if you like to run by yourself and you just want more save games, your G Portal server can hold them for you. And then of course your maps, choose whatever map you want to be in. Of course, be careful about selecting maps that you don't know what it is. Like Zvanka, that is a map that is of course with the premium DLC. Make sure you have the DLCs for the correct map you're wanting to run. Farm Manager, start from scratch. I always recommend Farm Manager. It just gives a little bit more money. English, make sure you select your English language or whatever language you want to run. You want to run a Korean language, run it. Save intervals, I usually do that at 180. Sometimes I recommend dropping down to 60. If you have a map that you know for a fact isn't the best in the world, don't recommend 180. I recommend more 60. Of course, I'll leave this the exact same no matter what. And then pause if empty. So this is something that you need to know, and I do recommend. If you are wanting to play like with your group of friends only when y'all are online, I recommend to pause your game when you leave. But if you're wanting to run what's they call a 24-hour server, just hit no, and it allows you to constantly run the server and never have no issues. Now this right here really and truly just means, do you want to allow people who are console players to join, yes or no? I usually leave it on for my sanity. If you have mods in there that are PC only, they won't be able to join no matter what, so it's not that big of a worry. But yes, that is all the information you really need to know about your G Portal server, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Once you get all those questions answered, hit save, and then just hit start game, and your game should be up within 4 to 5 minutes. I usually say give it that long, let the server boot up. It does take, especially if you have a lot of mods, you just take a little bit of time. But again, it's up to whatever you put in the server and how long it will take to load a map. If you put like a 32x map, expect it to be up in 5 minutes, that's a little hard to do sometimes. So just keep that in mind and keep it up to user discretion. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. I do want to give a big, huge shout out to G Portal and all the help they do for me and my channel. Thank y'all guys so very much for helping me with this video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a server, go check them out today. But hopefully this answered all the questions you've had about servers. Ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, thank y'all so much for love and support show to me, the entire team here. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!